supported in Workday. Coming to my Workday expertise, so I have worked on Workday core HR, compensation, advanced compensation, securities, and benefits globally, absence management, US payroll, talent, performance, and absence modules. So these are the modules I've been worked in Workday. Okay, this is about simple intro about myself. So let me explain the agenda. So first thing, I will take you through the course content. So what are the topics we are going to be covered as part of our regular sessions? And what are the logistics we are going to be provide in our training, like tenant, documents, notes, interview preparations, etc. And later, so we will take some time to address your queries if you have any questions on that part. So before we start, does anyone have any questions I can help? Okay. So just checking, did anyone get a chance to go through my demo recording?
No, Kiran, no one shared your demo recording.
No problem. No
Yes,
problem.
Kiran. I did
Okay.
go through it.
Okay, good. Okay. So how about others? So the reason is if you already get a chance to go through the demo recording, you can utilize this time to clarify your queries if you have any. If majority didn't get a chance to go through that, then no worries. I'm happy to go through the course content again. Okay. No worries. Let me stick to the plan. So the friends whosoever went through the demo recording, please bear with me. Quickly I will complete for the interest of everyone. Yeah. Let me share my screen. So guys, like we have a session called Workday Deployment Methodology. Okay. Workday Deployment Methodology, where we're going to discuss about tenant management, roles and responsibilities, which includes consultant, engagement manager, or a project manager. Okay, roles and responsibilities. What is the role of a customer, an implementation partner, and Workday? What are the tools we will use to gather the data from the customers, which includes workbooks, process books, etc. And what are the tools we will use to audit the configuration in order to check whether the configuration is quality or not? And also, what are the steps involved in the deployment methodology? Okay, like requirement data gatherings, build, test, deployment, post-production support. We have around 5 steps, and this is quite common in SDLC. Same thing in Workday also. We have 5 steps. We'll go through each and every step to understand what is our roles and responsibility in each stage. Okay, and how to build a Workday tenant. Like we have multiple builds: P0, P1, P2, P3. P stands for prototype. Okay, P naught, P1, P2, P3. So what happens in P0, in P1, P2, P3? How to migrate the data from P1 to P2, P2 to P3? Okay. So there we are going to discuss in detail in our Workday deployment methodology session. Okay. Right. So let me quickly take you to the course content and see what are the concepts we are going to be covered. Apart from Workday deployment methodology, we are also going to be discuss releases. Okay. Releases, or you can say feature releases. So every year, Workday has two releases, friends. One is in February, another one is in September. Okay, we will call it biannual features. What are these features, releases, etc.? Let's say you take an iPhone or you can take an Android mobile. So we used to get updates, right? So let's say in iPhone, I think some 18.1. Okay, some update, new update is coming in. What it is, it has some enhanced features, user interface features. maybe security related features. Okay, that might be helpful for the user. Similarly, Workday also, every 6 months, Workday will release some features. Workday will release some features. And these features are of two types. The features are of two types. One is automatic features, another one is manual, or you can call it as setup related feature. Okay, automatic or manual or setup related. So these features are very helpful for the Workday customers to enhance Workday experience. So automatic features are something Workday itself deliver these features. We don't have any manual user intervention. What are the features Workday delivered? We have to accept those features. For example, let's say in the 2024 R2, it's already delivered in the month of September. Last month, Workday has delivered. Let's say in 2025 February, Workday is going to release few more features. So we cannot say no. Hey, I'm comfortable in 2024 features. I don't want 2025 features. No, you cannot say that. That's a service level agreement between Workday and the customer. They have to accept all automatic features. Mandatory. Manual features, we have a control. If you want these features, you can set up and configure. If you don't want these features, you can ignore. Okay, manual features, it's something which are in control. So I will take a 2 hour session. How these workday releases will start, what report we need to run, how to go through each and every data and identify does this feature is required or not, whether how it is impactful. Okay, how does it impactful? Sometimes what happens, some of the features might be automatic manual, may impact your configurations in the system. So how to do that impact assessment, how to communicate the impact assessment to the product owners, okay, and how to mitigate such issues. So we will discuss in detail because it's more into technical. So first we'll learn basics and then we'll move on to the technical. Okay. So one question to you guys. May I know what is the current version of Workday we're using? Anyone? What is the current version of the Workday? No worries. The current version of the Workday is Workday 2024 R2. WD stands for Workday. 2024 stands the year in which year the features have been released. R2 stands for release 2. R2 stands for release 2. Similarly, in the next year 2025, we may have this Workday 2025 R1 in the month of Feb. Again in September, Workday 2025 R2. Like this, we will call the names. Earlier, earlier in the sense, up to 2020, we have naming convention something like this. Workday 30, 31, 32, 33. Okay, increment by one. Later in 2021, Workday changed the naming convention. Instead of increment by one, let's do this way. Workday come up with a name, something like this. Workday year, release 1 or release 2. So current version, if you ask me, we are here. Okay. So we'll discuss in detail once we start our regular session about these feature releases, how to manage and mitigate. Now, let me take you to the course content, friends. Let me take you to the course content. So, what are the concepts we are going to be covered as part of our regular session? So here we are going to cover Workday Techno-Functional. Techno-Functional. What is this Techno-Functional? Which means integrations plus functional topics. Workday has Workday Core HR, Workday payroll, benefits, absence, learning, talent, and performance modules, etc. So what we are going to be learn? We are going to learn Workday Core HR. Okay, core. That's what they'll call Core HR. Okay, let's see what are the topics we are going to be covered. Under functional, first we'll start from core concepts and navigational basics, which means Once you logged into Workday environment or once you log into Workday tenant, what are the features we have on the Workday landing page, which includes home screen, worklets or applications, notifications, inbox, profile, logos, search bar, and how to switch the language from English to Chinese or Chinese to Korean. Okay, how to switch the languages and how to navigate to switch the languages. What is meant by sitemap? What is meant by favorites? And how to sign up from Workday application? And what is meant by drive in Workday? Reports in Workday? We're going to explore in detail under the core concepts of navigation basic. To make it simple, how to navigate on Workday application? What are the features we have on this application? So that we're going to be covered. Thereafter, organizations in Workday. Okay. In Workday, we have 12 organizations are available, friends. 12 organizations are available, which includes supervised organization, cost center, cost center hierarchy, region hierarchy, location hierarchy, matrix organization, customer organization, company hierarchy, pay group, business unit. These many organizations we have in Workday. It doesn't mean all the organization we need to create for our customers. It's not mandatory. But Workday has delivered these features based on the customer's requirement. We may need to configure all these organizations. Some customers may require 10 organizations, some customers may require 4 organizations, some customers may require 12 organizations. But as a consultant, we must learn all these 12 organizations. Okay? Out of these 12 organizations, there is one organization called supervisory organization is mandatory. Why? Why it is mandatory? Because it has 4 key characteristics. Okay, it has 4 key characteristics. The 4 key characteristics you cannot perform on remaining 11 organizations, which includes creating positions, hiring employees, defining roles and responsibilities, and copying the unique business processes. You can perform only under supervised organizations. We'll discuss in detail in our regular session. And then after we'll also talk about how to manage and organize organizations, like how to create subordinate organization, how to assign a superior organization, how to divide a supervisor organization, and how to inactivate a supervisor organization if you think it is not required, and additional organization types and hierarchies. Just now we discussed, right? Remaining 11 organizations, excluding supervisory, including supervisory 12, excluding supervisory 11. So we're going to explore all those organizations here. Okay? And assign under supervised organization for reporting purpose. Then once we complete this chapter, including testing, we'll go to the staffing models. So what we're going to learn here, first we'll have a overview to understand limitations on the staffing model. We have 2 types of staffing models that are available in Workday: job management, position management. Each staffing model has their unique characteristics. Each staffing model has their unique characteristics. Position management and job management. Okay. So first we'll have a overview. As I said, the limitations. Is it possible to change the staffing model once you create position or hire employees? How to change the staffing models for group of supervisor organizations and multiple supervisor organizations? In which state you cannot change the staffing model? So we'll discuss, and then we'll talk about hiring restrictions. So hiring restrictions means either you create a position in position management or you create a job in job management. You need to define these hiring restrictions, what it is. For example, I'm creating a position. Okay, our customer asked me to create a position. So I need to first understand, I need to ask some questions to the customer, something like this. What is the position title, position name? When you want this position in the supervisor organization, when you are planning to hire an employee into this position, where this position is going to be work, location, what are the job description of this position, roles and responsibilities? Is this position is full-time or part-time? Is this position we're creating for employee or contractor or contingent? Is this position is for regular or casual? Is this position very difficult to hire? So all these details we need to gather from the customers and collectively will collect as hiring restrictions. And then we'll talk about differentiating staffing models. As I said, the key difference between position management and job management, pros and cons of position management and job management, we will discuss. And then how to select a staffing model. How to select a staffing model, the right staffing model for the right requirement. Also, we will discuss. Here I will come with a case study. So once we explore all the staffing models, we'll come up with a case study. So we all will go through that case study. We'll try to find out. Let's say customer asking you, sorry, customer giving the staffing requirement. As a consultant, which staffing model you will recommend to the customer? Okay, so that we will discuss here. A simple case study. Then after jobs and positions, here first we'll have a overview. So what is job profile, job family group, what is its importance in other modules in Workday? First we'll explore. And then we'll talk about job profiles, job families, and job family groups. It's a very simple job preference. Job profiles are mandatory in Workday because it holds positions additional key information. Okay, like management level, job category, etc. Job families and job family groups are optional. It's not mandatory we need to create. But however, we are going to create. The reason is it is required for groupings and also reporting purpose and also to create eligibility rules in advanced modules. Okay. And then after how to create positions. Okay. And how to create positions. And how to create positions and jobs, not only creating freezing positions, unfreezing position, closing positions, etc. For example, let's say we created two positions, position A, position B. Later, the customer said, we don't have budget to hire for position B. Let's hold the position so that you can freeze the position. Freeze the position means temporarily you are hiding the position not available for hire. Once the budget is released, you can unfreeze the position so that now the position is available for hire. Okay, right. Similarly, let's say you created some positions, later you don't want that positions at all, permanently you don't want. Temporarily, if you don't want, you can freeze it, unfreeze it. Permanently, if you don't want, you don't have delete option, but alternatively, Workday has given close the position. Once you close the position means position no longer available for hire. Okay, so that we are going to build on. And then we'll talk about compensation. First, we'll have overview of compensation. In that overview, we'll discuss what are the dependencies on the compensation, like benefits has dependency, performance has dependency, recruitment module has dependency on the compensation, payroll has direct dependence on the compensation. We'll explore with some examples. And then we'll talk about compensation components, which includes compensation, grade profile, compensation salary plan, allowance plans like amount-based, percentage-based, unit-based, one-time payment plans, commission plans, future dated plans, calculated plans, period salary plan, unit salary plan. Okay, and as I mentioned, hourly plan and unit allowance, percentage allowance, amount-based allowance, all we are going to explore under this compensation component, including compensation element groups as well. And then after, we'll also explore compensation segmentation security. Compensation segmentation security. What it is? Once you create the compensation plans, okay, once you create the compensation plans, okay, and you want to hide the plans from a group of people, you want to hide the plan. For example, let's say the recruitment team said, create a joining bonus plan, a one-time payment plan called joining bonus plan. And that plan must be available only for the recruitment coordinator, not for managers. Not for managers. Which means when you the plan, whatever you have created, must be available only for the recruiters, and the plan should not be available for managers and compensation partners. It's something we can control with the help of segmentation security. Means the plan you're allowing someone to access, someone not to access. Okay. Then after compensation eligibility rules, identifying the right employee for the right compensation. For example, you have three group of people: executive employees, management employees, non-management employees. And you have a requirement like a car allowance of 2000 US dollars eligible by executive employees. Okay. Whereas management, non-management not eligible, only executive employees are eligible for the car allowance. Which means if you hiring an executive member, then only the car allowance must be available to us. If you hiring a management or non-management member, the car allowance plan should not be available to us. This we can control with the help of compensation rules, identifying the right employee for right compensation. Okay. Then compensation reports. Compensation reports. Once you configure the compensation, what is the evidence or proof for you? You have configured the compensation as per the standards. These reports will guide you. If something goes wrong in the configuration, it will tell you where it went wrong, how to resolve the issues. Okay. 200 plus reports Workday already delivered, friends. You can utilize these reports for decision making and also for some certain business discussions, comparisons, and some reports called audit reports. Those reports help you to assess the quality of the configuration. And once you complete the compensation, we'll move on to the security groups. First, we'll have as usual overview of the security groups. So here, we'll have what are the types of security groups we have. In Workday, we have two types of security groups: domain-based security groups, business process security policies. So what are the differences? Domain-based security groups
Hi, Kiran.
means, yeah,
Sorry to interrupt. Is it okay if you can adjust your mic a little bit? It's like
okay.
it's too close, I guess, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, you mean my voice is feeble, sir?
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah. It's,
Give me a
it's like
moment, please.
too
Definitely.
close, please. Yes. I'm
Oh,
able to hear, but the mic, I think it's too close, I think, if I'm not wrong.
okay. No worries. Give me a second. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Man.
Okay. So security groups, we
This
have
is
two types of
perfect.
security groups.
Yep, I can hear you. Yeah,
Great. Okay.
thank
Two types of security groups we have. One is domain-based security groups, another one is business process security policies. What are the differences between these two? For example, let's go with domain-based first. As a manager, I don't want to see my subordinate's date of birth. Okay, or as a customer asked you, as per our company policies, date of birth is a sensitive information. Okay, personal information is sensitive. We are not supposed to allow anyone to view date of birth of the employees. So you need to hide the date of birth from the managers. Similarly, HR admins can access the date of birth details if they want to update or change or modify. So you see, one group of people called managers, you are hiding the date of birth. Another group of people, okay, like HR admin, you're allowing to view the data, but not only view, modify as well. To make it simple, we have 30,000, sorry, more than 30,000 domains we have. Each and every field you have a control involved in. It's not only data, but it can be matter status you want to hide. You want to hide the employee ID itself. You want to hide the employee name. You want to hide the employee picture. Okay, from a group of people. We can achieve with the help of domain-based security group. The domain-based security group basically will allow you to modify and view access. Whereas business process security policies, for example, I have raised a leave request for 3 days, and the leave request went to my manager. Now my manager can approve my 3 days of leave, can deny my leave completely, or can send the request back to me saying, hey Kiran, I can't approve 3 days, but I can approve 2 days. Correct, and send it back. If you see, as a manager, can approve, cancel, deny, send the event back to the initiator. These we can achieve with the help of business process security policies. Okay, so we'll discuss in detail about that, and also we'll talk about configurable security. What are the functional areas we have? What are the securable items we have? Security for securable items, security policies, how to grant access to the new security groups. Okay, so we're going to explore all these features. Okay, then after we will also talk about business processes. Business processes means, again, first we'll have overview of the business process. First we'll have overview of the business process, like how many business processes we have in Workday, how to navigate to view the list of business processes in the system. Okay, and what are the business processes Workday released for each module. So we're going to first explore. Then we'll talk about the business process framework. We have 266 business processes are available as of today. And the advantage is, if you know how to configure one business process, you are able to configure all the business process because the design configuration remains same. No changes on that. So here we're going to learn first thing, business process framework, like how to copy a business process, how to link a business process, how to copy a Workday standard business process. Okay, we will learn here. And then what is meant by plus or minus signs on the business process, add row button, remove row button, and order, parallel step, inbox order. Okay, types, groups, all, due date, due date is based on effective date, mass advanced, disable, completion. So, and these are the framework features, or you can call it as attributes. We're going to discuss in detail with real-time scenarios and examples. Then after we'll talk about business process configuration options, which includes, so list of around 16 options are available in Workday. It doesn't mean all the options we need to configure. It's up to based on the customer's requirement. We need to sort out and we need to find out which options are suitable for the customers, which include action, approval, consolidated approval, approval chain, consolidated approval chain, to do, review documents, service, okay, etc. So all those options we will explore with real-time scenarios. And then business process functionality, how this business process functions, how this business process works, okay, and how to include other business process, sub-process, how to trigger the business process from one after another in a sequential order and send to the right person to take an action. So we're going to discuss in detail about in the business processes. So basically, the business processes are nothing but workflows, guys. It's just a workflows. Okay, you can allow the people to approve. Okay, right. Then we'll talk about transactions in Workday. In transactions in Workday, so for what we did is set up compensation we set, security groups we set, processes we set, organizations we have set, positions we have created. Now we need to hire employees. So here we'll create applicant data or pre-hire data first. Applicant data or pre-hire data. And then how to initiate the hire process. What are the reports you need to run before you hire an employee? What are the common issues you will get during hire process? What are the common issues you'll get during hire process? And how to sort out those issues? What are the best practices in hire process? And what are the common mistakes as a consultant we will do during hire process? We'll explore first those options and we'll configure end-to-end hire process by hiring an employee. After hiring an employee, we will also explore employee profile, like what are all options or profile groups that employee has. We'll go through each and every profile and explore. and also how to upload employee photo, define the payment elections like bank details or check payment details, personal information, how to update SSN number or Aadhaar number, how to update for an employee. Okay, we're going to explore all those features. Then after staffing movements, you can also call it as change job. Change job, which means promotion, transfer, demotion, relocation, data changes. Consolidated, we will call it a change of process. Okay, let's say if you're promoting an employee, what happens is the employee current position. In which new position you are moving this employee? Who is going to be the new manager for this employee? Okay, and do we need to assign compensation since the employee is promoting? What are the compensation allowance plans have been impacted? Is this employee location is going to be changed? Do we need to close the previous position of the employee? So there are a set of questions we need to define in the change of process. So we're going to discuss all those details. Then termination package, which includes first we need to do the setup, which includes configuring voluntary, involuntary termination categories and reasons, country-specific termination reasons, and also notice period eligibility rules and maintain notice periods. So, for example, let's say an executive employee terminating from the organization may require to serve 90 days. A management employee terminated from the organization may require to serve 60 days. Non-management employee may require to serve 30 days. So, okay, notice period. How to set up a default with notice period automatically based on the management level. So, we are gonna explore. And how to initiate the termination process successfully, post-termination challenges, adjustments, and how to process a lump sum severance pay for a terminated employee as a one-time payment with a condition. For example, if you're terminating an employee to voluntary reason, then the one-time payment should be triggered. If you're terminating an employee with involuntary reason due to security breach, non-performer, then the one-time payment plan should not be triggered. So we will configure all those options. Apart from that, we will also talk about advanced business process events. Advanced business process events, which includes severe humans. Sometimes we may do mistakes. So how to handle those mistakes? With the help of correction, cancel, resigned, mass cancel, mass resigned, mass advanced business process, reassign, manage business process for worker. These 8 items will be eight tasks will be helpful for our corrections, if any. For example, an employee said the employee will join the organization on October 15th. October 15th came, but the employee has not joined. And the employee requesting, hey, I will join from November 1st onwards. But by the time you already hired the employee in the system, so you need to correct the employee hire date. Our employee said employee join on 15th, but employee has not joined at all. So you may need to resign that employee record in the system. Okay, like that. Right. So these are about these are about Workday Core HR topics we are going to be cover. So before we look into the integration, does anyone have any questions I can help?
Uh, this is
So yeah,
HCM functional,
yeah.
right?
Sorry?
This is HCM functional, correct?
Correct, sir. Core HR. Yeah.
And are we covering technical also?
Of course, I'm going to take you through that in a while.
Okay. Because I joined late, sorry for that.
No problem, no problem. Absolutely no problem. So let me explain.
Yes. Yeah,
Sorry,
one question from my side. So
please.
yeah, so do we cover like advanced compensation also?
Good one, sir. So compensation, we're going to do a deep dive, sir. It's not like other planning things where they'll talk about salary plan, grade profile, compensation package.
Mm,
Then we're going to do a
yeah,
deep dive.
so means compensation. We are just going to cover like merits and their shares, all the plans, how like the plan will work, how like statement will generate, and so we will cover all the things regarding compensation.
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. In core compensation, you have around 16 components, 17 components you have. In advanced compensation, you have 5 components you have. Advanced compensation is advanced module. So what I'm going to do is we will discuss core
Mm-hmm.
compensation in detail in the system. Advanced compensation, we are
Mm-hmm.
going to give you 5 hours recording. Okay, which includes how to configure a merit
Okay.
plan, stock plan, bonus plan, initiate merit stock bonuses, and how to generate the merit statement, compensation review processes, how to configure the compensation basis, calculation, MTP,
Mm-hmm.
MBT compensation basis. So everything will be there in the
Okay.
recordings. Okay, I'm gonna give the
Recordings.
recordings for
Okay.
advanced compensation. Yeah. The reason is this is a
That's great.
core
Yeah.
HR session, but end-to-end
Mm-hmm.
compensation as I promised, we are going to support. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 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 Thank you.
And thank you, sir. And coming to the logistics. So what we're going to be provide as part of our training, is how we are going to present the sessions. So we'll go with the three-step process. For example, let's take the first job. First, we'll understand the concepts. For that, I'll come up with the running notes, my class notes, you can say. We'll understand the definitions, key characteristics, next or previous steps, sorry, upcoming steps, groupings. And then after I'll come up with a requirement, a real-time scenarios requirement. We'll go through the requirement. Okay, now we know the definitions, key features and characteristics. Then we'll understand what are the data we need to create this organization from the customers, how to get the data. So this is how we are gonna then once I complete three chapters, once I complete three chapters, I will come up with 30 questions without answers. Without answers, I will come with 30 questions. The reason is these 30 questions will help you before moving on to the new chapter. These 30 questions will help you to recollect what we have covered in our previous session. What we have covered in the previous session. These 30 questions will be helpful. So expectations, you have to give the answers. And of course, I'm here to help you to give the answers as well. Once you complete core HR, we'll give some time. We'll give you two projects to do practice. One is easy or moderate, another one is a complex project. Once you complete those projects and you are comfortable in core HR, then we'll move on to the integrations. Integration starts from reporting. Here we will learn how to create a report writer. Report writer overview. What are the types of reports we have? What is the business object? What is the data source? How to identify how, how to identify related business objects on the business objects. Okay. So first we will explore those features. To make it simple, if you want to get a report, what all data we need, how to find the data in the system, and how to come to a conclusion. This field is not available in the system. Then what is the other option I have? Calculated fields like that. So we'll have an overview. Then we'll work on how to develop a simple report and advanced report and calculated fields. Sometimes what happens, 40,000 fields may not suitable for your requirement. Means you have a requirement of report creation. These many fields are not suitable for your requirement. The only option we have is calculated fields, like custom fields we need to configure. Okay. Once we configure those fields, we can create calculated fields and include in our requirement. We'll discuss what are the types of calculated fields we're going to discuss. And then we'll also talk about primary business object and secondary business object to identify the related business object details. And what are the available data sources we have in Workday, how to secure the data sources if you want to hide from group of people. What are the report management security domains? So reports also require some securities. You have an option to hide the reports from a group of people. And then how to schedule the reports. You can run the report manually, or you can give timeline in the sense. You can give a specific time based on the time zone, dates. The report automatically run and share with. Okay. So high level I'm explaining, friends. Once we start the session, the reporting class a week session it is. Then after we'll talk about, so okay, maybe let me take one step
Yeah.
back.
So in reporting, we are also going to cover Prism report also.
Prism. Prism is a different tool, sir.
Yeah.
It's one of the advanced tool in Workday. Extend Prism, and so that is a advanced tools. We are not covering on Prism. Yeah, here we are talking about reports. For Prism also, you need the report, right, to format trends and all. So we are talking only the reporting, so not the Prism analytics. That's a different tool in Workday.
Okay.
And honestly, even I'm much interested to know the Extend and Prism. Those are one of the new features in Workday, but none of the customers are using, and those are not at free also from Workday side, right? The customers are not that much taking the tools. Okay, connectors, core connectors. Okay, sorry, let me take one step back. Reporting means so far data we have configured. Okay, now you need the data in the form of a report. For example, a simple examples I will give you. But for class purpose, we'll do a complex things. I want to know how many employees has been terminated in the year of 2024. I want to know how many employees has been hired in the year of 2023. I want to know how many employees refused offer letter. I want to know how many employees compensation has increased more than 10% in the last quarter. So I can take those details a number of connectors. The name itself saying connector. Okay. For example, I want to send it. I'm using Workday application. I'm using Workday application. I have a Bupa benefit vendor. Okay, Bupa benefit vendor, where the enrollments and everything happens in Workday, but the data must be exchanged between Bupa and Workday. Or let me make it more simple. I have ADP payroll process. Payroll process ADP I have. All my employee data, compensation data, absence data, everything in Workday. But payroll we are running only in the ADP. Now I need to send the data from Workday to the ADP to process the payroll. So this we can achieve with the help of these connectors. Okay. So here we have a number of connectors for different types of different types of purposes we have. Can be recruitment, can be time to types of requirements we have. So here we learn integration architect overview, integration cloud connect, integration system templates, core connector business object as a worker services in core connector, change detection procedure in core connector. Remember, it's not detection, friends, it's type of, sorry for the detection. Means based on the change, it has to detect the change and decide to send the data or not to send the data based on our configurations with the help of business process. And how to configure integration business process. To fire the integration, trigger the integration, to configure the receiver's details, to encrypt the file, we need this. Thereafter, we'll also talk about EIB, Enterprise Interface Builder. Short form, Enterprise Interface Builder. So first we'll EIB overview, and then, sorry.
So for integration, do we need any programming or through UI we can handle all the integration related things? Do we need any
Good one, sir.
programming XML like that?
No, sir. No, sir. Workday is a predefined, simplified product. The main intention of Workday is quick and fast with quality. Okay. There you might require to modify the fields in the form of accessibility or XML. Okay. There only you need. And what are the topics here so far we discussed? None of the coding is required here.
Okay. So
That's
for
where
this
Workday is suitable for people who do.
yeah,
Go
so
on,
in
go on.
integration, like no programming there. only through UI we can just drag and drop and we can just create their connectors like that. Am I correct?
Exactly. Exactly. So even report also you see all fields are available. You need to select the right data source, right business object, right field here. So, okay, everything is drag and drop kind of function. Even core connector also, it has a list of fields are available. All fields will be populated. You need to choose which fields you want to send, which fields you don't want to send. It's just a simply a checkbox you need to select. These fields I want to send, these fields I don't want to send, hide it. Like that.
So
Okay?
yeah. So in the integration, so we only integrate their application like Workday application, or we can connect through third party also.
Party also we can do. That's where inbound integration is there, sir. Outbound integration also there. It's not only for Workday to Workday, Workday to ADP, Workday to Ceridian, Workday to Paycheck, Workday to BSI, Workday to recruitment related, Workday to Kronos, time tracking related. Okay? Green
Yeah. So
also.
means yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So means we will discuss for third party application also in integration. Correct?
Yes, yes, that's where I'm going to discuss here with the core connector. We'll go with the scenario, okay,
Okay.
and how to
Okay.
integrate. And it's just a key, right? They have to give the SFTP key. You need to generate the file and keep the file in the
Mm-hmm.
SFTP with encryption. You will share the password. They will take the file from their SFTP, right? So we're going to discuss that. Yeah, right. And EAB, EAB stands for Enterprise Interface Builder. Here we're going to talk about EAB overview, EAB design pattern, EAB limitation. It's a simple tool, so it does have the limitations. You cannot send multiple reports together, consolidate and send. So only one report at a time. Some limitations are there. And Workday public web services overview, n number of web services Workday has been delivered. Workday has delivered n number of web services. How to select the web services based on the requirement, we will discuss. And Workday report as a service. You can also send the report, okay, to the external vendors with encryption is also possible. And how to develop inbound EIB, how to develop an outbound EIB. For example, if you want to perform mass data operations, I want to terminate 1,000 employees. I want to hire 10,000 employees. I want to I want to increase salary for 8,000 employees in one go. With the help of inbound EIB, I can do that. Mass loading customer transactional data into Workday by using inbound EIBs. Okay, mass data transformations. We can do that. And also, if you want to send the data, it can be web service or it can be a report from Workday to a third-party vendor. It's just a report. Or you want to send a report to the bank. So the other employees, the other salaries you need to process for the current month. You can create a report and add the report to your outbound EIB, trigger the EIB, it will send the data to the vendor or bank. So I'm just giving an example. And how to transform the custom report transformation, how to send the custom report to the vendors. As I said, to the bank, you want to send the payments or suppliers. Okay, we can do that. And what are the EIB features and limitations? How to load the customer transactional data into Workday by using inbound EIB with validations, error file attachment, configurations. We will go and discuss in detail in the EIBs. Similar to the functional concepts, for EIBs also, I mean, EIB in the sense, for reporting core connector EIBs also will come with real-time scenarios and case studies. We'll go through that and we'll configure it in the system. Okay. And here also, we will give you few case studies, or you can say simple projects to develop integrations. It might be helpful for you when you're working on the real time. Okay. So apart from that, what else we are going to provide? So we're also going to provide interview questions, 150 plus interview questions, and some scenarios as well. Okay, that help you for your interview preparation and preparing for an interview. And what else we are going to provide? We're going to provide class notes, which I'm going to present every day. We are also going to give you the requirement document for each chapter so that you will do practice Apart from that, Workday materials also will be provided. Apart from that, interview questions and scenarios also will be provided. This is about a course thing, sir. So maybe I will take questions if any. If you guys have any questions, we can discuss now.
In one
What
of
is
the
the duration
Naukri
of course?
description, sorry. Yeah, in one of the Naukri description, I saw DT and Studio. What is that?
Data transformation and studio tools.
So are we
So
covering that?
data transformation we are gonna do. Definitely yes. Okay. Under
Studio?
EABs. Sorry.
I saw it, Naukri job description. I am
Yeah.
moving from other JD to Workday actually. So
No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
seeing what
Data
the Naukri is
transformation.
asking and what we are covering actually.
Right. See, as an employer will ask everything, sir. As an employer, they want payroll guy, absence guy, core HR. But practically, to one person learning all modules is definitely not possible, sir. And that is a 10-year system. Correct? Yeah, that's how they do. Coming to the studio is a different tool, sir. Advanced tool in Workday. Okay. Even I have 11 years of experience. I have not been exposed to studio yet because my interest is functions and integrations. Studio is a separate tool in Workday. It's a separate platform. You need to get the data from Workday to the studio. You will design your integrations and put the data back to the Workday. So something like that it is. So that we're not covering. And studio itself require 15-hour sessions.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Data transformation we are going to be discuss. So data transformation is simple. Let's say you're sending data from Workday to the Oracle. Workday developed on Java based, Oracle application on Oracle based. How do you connect the systems? Okay, so you need to transform the data. So that's a simple thing. We have delivered transformations available
Is
from
it
Workday.
that
You need to just plug in and do that.
centralized
Yeah.
something?
No, no, sir.
Object
You're talking
transport
about customer center?
something. Customer central.
No,
Customer central.
no. So customer central is the one of the tenant where you'll get the data and put the data into, get the data from the source, put the data into the target. Okay. There's a tool for data migrations. Object Ox 2.0 also required CC, customer central, same thing. You get the data from implementation one tenant and do the data cleanup if required, put the data into the implementation two tenant. It's just a blank tenant. It is a migration tool in one word. Yeah. So we will talk about that. As I said, during our deployment methodology session, is one of the migration tool. So we're going to talk about advanced loader, cloud loader, customer central, EABs, all those details here.
Okay.
Yeah. And releases as well. Actually, these are out of the topic. We might take 3 to 4 hours to complete this one, apart from our regular sessions. Yeah.
So Kiran, what's the duration of the course?
So for functional, if people are registering only for functional, I might require 24 sessions. Okay. It can go beyond also 24
And for
sessions.
entire one means for for
If it
entire
is,
like functional as well as integration.
yeah, I'm coming to that. If people registering for techno-functional, integration functional, then definitely I might require 42 sessions.
42 sessions.
Yeah, 42 hours to complete. Only functional 24 hours plus or minus 2. Integrations and functionals 42 are required. Because we are not going to skip anything. I know most of the people will promise in 15 hours, in 10 hours or 8 hours. I don't want to compromise on the topic parts. At the end, you should be happy with the topic, whatever you have learned from us. And you should be in a position to build the integrations. You should be in a position to configure the data on your own. So,
Hi, Kiran, Devika this side.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we have discussed on the functional part, right? So you have discussed like we are covering core HR. So I just wanted to understand this payroll, attendance management. These modules will also be covered in that, like time and labor.
Yes, ma'am. So un under Workday HCM, we have core HR, absence, payroll, benefits, TT, I mean time tracking, etc., recruitment. So what
Mm.
we're gonna learn here is only Workday core HR. ma'am. Okay. So now, can I learn payroll directly? My answer is no. Why? Let me give an example. Assume you run the payroll, you generate a payslip. In the payslip, the salary amount coming it as zero. As a payroll consultant, you will troubleshoot your payroll setup, everything, and you realize everything is looks good. But for salary, what is the source? Where the salary data is coming from? Core HR, correct? Salary
Yeah.
is coming from core HR. Under compensation is coming from here.
Okay.
Okay. So everything core HR, the name, that's why what we're saying is core. It is interconnected with benefits, absence, as you mentioned, time tracking, payroll, and all the other modules. What Workday recommends? Learn core HR first. Understand the employee data management here. Understand the securities frameworks, business processes, compensation securities, and learn advanced modules. If still you would like to upskill, learn advanced modules like benefit and payroll. Yeah. So we are not covering here because payroll is again 30-hour session. I'm a payroll consultant. It requires minimum 30 hours to complete, more than 30.
Kiran, how about this
Okay.
recruitment, onboarding, hiring? That's what is the termination. All this one comes under staffing.
Yes, sir. Terminations will come under staffing. Okay, onboarding is a Workday says is a different chapter, but if you guys are interested, I can explain you. It requires just 2 sessions.
Yeah.
Onboarding is nothing but bring the employee into the system and allow the employee to update their personal information and all the required details. Okay, so
Okay.
definitely onboarding I can explain for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you said there are 30 sessions. I forgot. Is it payroll, the advanced things?
Yes, sir. Payroll. 30 sessions are
If we
required.
join the session, we get the videos, or do we need to pay extra for that?
Maybe that one, could you check with our organizer, please? So not sure what is the strategy on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about hiring, Kiran? Onboarding and hiring both same?
We are doing, sir. Hiring, we are doing. Hire, everything we have configured from here to here to perform all these events, 4 events. So we're going to do that.
Okay.
Hire, termination, end to end. Yeah. Onboarding also, I will explain. Yeah.
The process is first is the numbering sequence which you have been 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be the flow like first core.
It's a
After that,
we need to, yes, yes, sir. It is a Workday recommended sequence we need to follow during implementation or support. I'll give an
okay.
example. For example, I want to create a position. Okay, let me give me one moment. Just a second.
Yeah, but Kiran, like you are going to just share the like advanced compensation recording session, correct?
I'm gonna give that advanced compensation recording, sir. Not only giving, if even if you
Yeah,
have any
that's great.
question
That's
post going through that, if you have any questions, I'm happy to help you also. Yeah.
yeah,
So, for
exactly. That's why
example,
just
sir,
I want to confirm. Yeah.
yeah, thank you. I'm gonna create a position. Okay, I want to create a position. Okay, I access the task called create position. Now you see here, first Workday force you to ask, okay, under which supervisor organization you want to create the position. Means why I'm showing this example is here, you see, Without configuring supervisor organization, I cannot configure the position. I cannot create the positions. So dependency is there, sir. Okay. So this is a sequence we need to follow. Any other questions I can help?
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
So, on the functional side, like under HCM module, Workday HCM, like we got sub modules, right? Core HR, talent management, and labor, and other things like payroll and everything, like 5 to 6 sub modules, right? Under
Right, sir.
HCM. So
Right, sir.
we are only going to cover the core HR,
Core
right?
HR and integrations and reporting. Correct.
I mean, on the functional side, we are covering the core HR only, right?
Correct. Functional side, core HR. Correct.
So, like, I am asking you, like, on the current market, like, for experience of 4 to 5 years, like that, at least I think they are expecting at least 2 to 3 submodules if you are going to
Modules.
cover. So, only
Definitely.
if we learn only core HR will be able to crack like any job, because I guess in the Naukri also I have seen like at least they are asking 2 to 3 submodules to have an
I
idea
understand.
for about.
No, I agree with you, sir. I don't deny. I'm also in the system for 11 years, right? I completely accept. So I completely agree. But there are opportunities only for compensation. There are opportunities only for security. Not even a rest all, only for security and compensation. There are options only for business process administrator. There are options only for reporting. Okay. See, the more we learn, the opportunities are more. I don't deny that. Definitely, I will accept. But what is my suggestion? If anyone is switching to new technology or anyone would like to learn, hey, I will learn payroll, I will learn absence, I will learn benefits. Okay, how much time you're investing here? When you say, let's say payroll or benefits you want to add to your profile, apart from core HR, it can take around 4 to 6 months to learn, upskill yourself in the market and go into the market. Then definitely an advantage. I'm not denying that, right? So what I suggest, what are the topics in core HR we're going to discuss? Do a deep dive, explore, practice, go through the interview questions, get into the market, get into the job, then upskill on other advanced modules. Okay, that's how it helps. But coming to your question, I'm not going to deny that. Always employers, companies will ask more than what they need, right? So in one salary, they need 4 skills. That's how the market. I'm not denying that. So in that case, go to the HCM functional. Don't go to the integrations. Add one more module called benefits or payroll or recruitment or app sensor. Don't go to the integration if you want to travel into the function side.
So what
Okay.
is the module like mostly like they ask like apart from core HR, what is the other important module like?
See, the demand always compensation is a high demand. Other friend, I think advanced compensation, as one of our friends said. So absence, payroll, benefits. In these 3 modules, you can learn one. That is definitely going to be added advantage. The reason is benefits globally is a mandatory tool. Payroll has a limitation. Payroll only in Workday, you have 5 countries: United States of America, France, Canada, United Kingdom, and Australia. Australia just 3 months before Workday released. You don't have payroll globally in the system. In Workday, globally, you don't have in-house payroll. Only for 5 countries you have payroll. So based on if you're staying in
How
US,
about, sorry, how about compensation and benefits apart from payroll?
it's globally, sir. Rest all globally. All globally. Because of the taxation processes, Workday has delivered only for 5 countries as of today. Rest all
Sorry, like
models are
maybe
applicable globally. Yes.
what is this? Just asking. I also doesn't notice this globally. You mean like other world is not
Configure
using?
any countries. For example, in US you have Cobra, flexible spending, HSA, benefits. You can configure in Workday. In Australia, you have pension pay. You have what is that? Superannuation. You can configure in the system. In India, we have Provident Fund. In UK, we have pension plan. So those are all configurable in Workday. Benefits, compensation,
So
absence. Yeah,
Here in the core HR, we are covering compensation, right? So it is different from advanced compensation. It is
right. So
another sub module, right?
exactly, exactly. Advanced compensation. So whatever here you're seeing in the screen, right? Whenever the customer is registering with Workday, subscribing from Workday application, by default, as part of core, they will get all these modules, sir. If the customer wants advanced modules, they have to subscribe additionally. For example, they have a performance module, they need a merit process, or they have a stock options and they want to display to the worker profile. Then they need to pay some additional cost to Workday and brought this advanced module into the scope, advanced compensation to the scope. So,
So like, what are the other two modules you have told, like, which is be good to
so
learn?
benefits, absence, payroll has a good demand in the market. Benefit, absence, and payroll. Now, if you are and let, so what happens is any customer first implementing, right, they'll go with only Workday core itself. They need to understand, experience the application, then slowly bring the other modules from the legacy system into Workday, like benefits, payroll, etc. Recruitment, time tracking, last, most of the customers prefers last. The reason is they may already have the third-party applications, they want to continue with them, right? So, in my opinion, the demand is for good for comp, benefits, payroll, absence management has a good demand in the market. And one more thing, don't go with my words. Go to the LinkedIn, as you mentioned, now you said, Indeed, explore and see what is the highest jobs in Workday. For which skill set we have a lot of jobs in Workday. Explore and then upskill on that particular modules.
I was going to ask you the same question, Kiran. Sorry, maybe let me rephrase. What kind of
No.
jobs we'll expect once we have done with this training? So is it only for integration or functional or both, or how we need to focus on?
So having functional integration is like more doors are open. Techno-functional jobs are very few. Sorry, very few candidates have techno-functional. Okay, very few. So it depends on the customer's needs again, right? They might require one person who can handle functional integration. They might require a separate team itself to handle multiple applications. But having techno-functional, the number of opportunities will increase more because it's a rare combination, both functional integrations. How Workday, how the what do you call the project setup or AMS application management supporting works is functional team is different. Under functional again, core HR team is different, and payroll team is different, benefit team is different, performance team is different, and similarly integration team is different. So that's how they operate. One person can't handle all the things. Yeah, but get into the interviews, shortlisting the profiles, definitely techno-functional will be added.
Okay, Kiran, now I have a question. I'm already done with core HR training before. Sorry to maybe just I'm opening up and speaking. So I was trying for jobs. Now I'm focusing on, firstly, I want to focus on compensation and benefits. So is this, I can be in this training, or can I join on the training, something like that? Hello? Can anyone hear me, or I think we lost Kiran?
Hi, sorry, a few seconds I lost the network.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So if you're asking someone asking a question, please go on.
Actually, I was having a question. I was taking some training in the past, like a couple of years back, about the core HR training. So I didn't feel
Right.
that much deeper. Now now I want to focus to get more into compensation benefits. I'm focusing on this one. Next will be security. So is it like I
Okay.
can still join this training, or is it some other batch I have to join in? Maybe I doesn't know. I can ask
No,
him
sir.
here or not.
No, sir. You can still join it because one thing I can assure you guys, just like that, simply definitions, key points. I mean, I heard some of the people says like that, but we are not going to do that, sir. We are going to do a deep dive in each and every module. Okay, from scratch to the advanced. That's how each chapter I will explain. I will also expect you guys practice, come back with the questions. Hey, Kiran, this is what you explained. I practiced this, but I run into an issue, or I completed. Could you review this? So that's how I will support it, sir. So we were going to do a deep dive on security, on compensation, or any other modules. So compensation itself, we were going to discuss 1 week, more than a week also. Okay.
Sure. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah,
Thanks, sir.
like there are other competitors for this, right? Like Oracle, SaaS, SAP success factors. How much clients like will go for this Workday for HCM module? Like we get the opportunities, how much in the market?
Right, sir. Okay. So let me answer this question this way. Sir, go to the LinkedIn. So you have jobs option field is there, right? Enter just Workday and see the number of openings. Take a count. Then enter success factors. Then enter Oracle Fusion. Take the count, sir. That gives the correct answer. But let me help you. See, I'm working for one of the company, consulting one. The Workday size is 200 plus. The success factor size is 40. The Oracle Fusion team is around 50 employees, I think. That shows the number of projects, what happening outside of the market. The Workday is leading the HCM space, sir. It's not like I'm Workday, that's why I'm saying. I do have friends, because my career starts in SAP. I do have friends who is working still SAP. And since I'm into consulting, and we will sit next to us, right? Salesforce, SuccessFactors, Oracle. We will share our ideas and thoughts, how your application working, how my application working. Most of the people who is in Oracle, the HRMS, they want to move to Workday because of the number of opportunities. The question is why? Workday, as I said, simplified product. It's not like one day it evolved, it slowly evolved. Slowly it evolving and capturing the entire market in HCM space. It can be a pricing strategy, it can be flexibility, it can be the tools they use, it can be free features they're releasing every year, it can be ease of use. So because of all these, Workday is successful products, sir. But please spend some time in the LinkedIn and go to the number of opportunities for each module. So it will give us a clear idea.
Kiran, one more question. Actually, yeah, I know Workday is good. It's one of the, I think 2024, it has ranked one of the best company, if I'm not wrong. The small scale best company who has done a lot of implementation. I think that was the LinkedIn post. That's okay. That is different
Right.
story. I have a question in between us. So there is one
Please.
more thing, right? Going on the integration, the new development integration, something, the new module, which goes like Okta connection, they do the development and integration. I'm not getting that word exactly. Will you be teaching that one as
Okay.
well? Last time in the raising, they have shared that one. The
No,
integration.
even I heard this. I heard this, sir. So Okta is I believe you guys correct me because my world is only Workday. And I do have experience on IMS, AD, Salesforce, because working in Workday, I need to send the data to the multiple applications. I have some idea how the data is flowing between these multiples. So it's a authentication application, Okta. I also heard about this, but I'm not sure whether Okta is coming as a partner to support Workday implementations or Okta itself developed some application where Workday is going to be utilize those features. That's something I'm also unclear at this moment, sir. Maybe allow me, I can check in the community and I will get back to you on this part. Maybe a few days, allow me, I can check and get back to you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is called app development. Just now I searched it. Workday app
Application development.
development. Application development. Can we
Okay,
be
okay.
covering this, something like that?
Yeah. No, sir. So I will tell you. So far, I'm saying pros, right? Let me tell Khan as well on Workday. It's not 100%, but yeah, Workday is not an application allows customizations. Okay, customizations are not allowed here. Everything has to release from Workday. That's one of the barrier I would say. It's not a barrier actually, but some customers from SAP, PeopleSoft or Oracle, they do expect, right? So I want to change. I want to run my own payroll process. Why should I go with Workday payroll process? So these things we have a challenge in Workday. To mitigate that, Workday come up with a tool called Workday Extend. So exactly what I mentioned, app developer, Workday Extend. Some of the fields or pages can be configurable with the help of Extend. That requires extensive coding. You need to go behind the screens and write the XML. Extensive coding is required. And the demand is too low at this moment, but not sure in future, customers who prefers customization, then definitely they may subscribe that module also. But at this moment, the usage is very minimal. Call extend. I think the Okta also may falls into that, but I'll check and get back to you.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Yep, that was the one, development app extender, something like that. I was looking
Okay.
into the Google.
So what are the types of projects we can see in Workday, like support projects, implementation project like that?
Supports we can see are enhancements or optimizations and implement. See, any customer first they have to implement Workday and then they roll out to the AMS and then they'll optimize the application. And support is a continuous, BAU is a continuous process, right? It's not a never ending one. So that's how the process. We have all products. Implementations we have. The number of implementations keep increasing. When the number of implementation keep increasing, automatically support also will increase parallel, right? So we have all this. Enhancements or optimizations, implementations, and support. Even any customer, for example, let's take Walmart. Assume they are in the 50 plus countries. Could be more than that. I'm just saying 50 plus countries. What do you never recommend? Do a big bang implementation. They will divide the 50 countries into 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 10. Okay? And they'll put a timeline, 8 months, 1 year, 6 months. Roll out the projects roll out the Workday for five countries first. Learn the lessons, how it went, what are the mistakes happen, what are the total cost, how to reduce the cost in the next 5 countries. So like that, slowly it will go. So if any customer implementing Workday globally, it goes 10 plus years. And this application is not only for large scale of customers. Even you have 500 employees also, you are able to implement Workday because they have a different pricing strategy. Medium scale also suitable, large scale also suitable. That's the design. So that's where people globally, even they have lesser employees, opting Workday application.
So for the functional, you said like 30 hours, right? Like 1 month course for functional.
24, including, yes, sir. 30. Sometimes what happens, let me put this word. That is my plan to deliver in 24 hours. Sometimes people may ask more questions. I need to spend time. People ask me to review their data. I may have to review their configuration. It may impact plus or minus 2. Okay. In such cases, I may request to join one weekend session, a long hour, 1.5 hour to 2 hours will compensate if we are not sticking to the schedule. Yeah.
Oh, so like how many months access we will get for the application, like to practice?
So until the training plus a few more days for practice, maybe could you raise this question with the organizer? All tenant related questions I request, please be checked with the organizer, or I will ask him to reach out to you guys to help you on. Okay.
Okay, like after interview also support like how to what are the
That we
interview
will do.
process?
Don't worry. On that questions, you can completely trust on me. I'm gonna give 150 questions. None of the questions will go beyond that, I'm sure. But my request is, first I will give you only questions, I don't give answers. You have to explore in the system and come back. And if you're not finding, I will help you with key also, answers also. but I will prepare you guys. Okay. Right. So if still any
Kiran, I
questions
just
and you would
wanted
like
to,
to, yeah,
sorry,
go on,
Kiran.
ma'am.
Yeah.
No worries,
So
please go on.
I just wanted to check, like, will resume preparation will also be a part of this training?
Yes, we will give you sample resumes. Thanks for bringing that. I didn't highlight. We'll give you sample resumes according to that, based on the experience you are showing. Build your resume. We will review and add anything needs to be changed. We will do that. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
So some of you may require to discuss some personal questions in about someone might have career breaks or showing some experience. Such any questions like that, you can call the organizer. He will take me to the conference call. Probably in India evening times, please after my office hours. If any questions you may not able to discuss openly, don't worry. You can call us. We will help you personally. Okay.
Hi, Kiran. For beginners in Workday, what do you suggest? I mean, Workday HCM consultant or Workday HCM techno-functional consultant? Like, choosing the career
Okay.
wise.
Sir, first thing, there are no openings, or let me put this, there are very, very few openings for freshers, sir. Okay. Sorry if anyone is from freshers, very few openings. But you will select with this with the help of this training that I'm assured. Coming to your questions, can I learn functional integration? So you decide, sir. So how do you have to decide? First learn functional. Okay. In functional, once you learn, you need to take a path. Do I need to go in functional side? Do I need to go as a techno functional side? Or do I need to go on integration side? Based on that, you need to define. So for you, I suggest if you're able to, I mean, everyone is able to think logically, there's no doubt. Techno function will be helpful. It will add more weightage for resume. It's like multiple skills. 4 skills will be added. Core HR, again, core HR compensation security, these reporting, calculated fields, integrations. That gives you more weightage for the resume shortlistings as well. So either core HR plus one advanced module or core HR plus integration. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. If any question, please don't hesitate. You can call the organizer. He will take me to the conference call, guys. So, okay. So with that, is it okay if we can hold for today, or anyone have any questions I can help?
When we are connecting again, Kiran?
Sir,
Oh.
the next thing, my organizer will reach out to you guys. Please share the
Okay.
feedback. Any improvements, kindly let us know. We are happy to update ourselves. Okay. And we will reach out to each one of you based on your feedback, based on your availability time. Majority of availability time, we will decide one slot. Probably this time only, I think. But please let me know. Let him know what is your available time. Majority we will decide. If majority or everyone is ready, we can start from tomorrow, day after tomorrow itself, our regular sessions.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, okay, with that, is that fine if we can close this call, or anyone have any questions? Okay, I'm taking this side as no questions. First thing, thank you so much for giving your valuable time. And thank you so much for bringing those questions. And one thing I will assure, whatever I promised in my in this demo, which is recording as well. Okay, whatever the document I have presented will be shared with you. And it's my assurance, what are the topics I said in this demo recording, I'm going to deliver, including documentation, interview preparations, resumes, everything. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Please take care and stay safe. We'll connect again in our regular session. Have a good day. Good night.
Thank you.